Ashok Leyland's earnings coming on your screen. I would say, given the base, numbers are in line with the estimates. Even on the EBITDA front, 1,032, 1,078, just shy of 5%. So, you can give that margin of benefit to the numbers. Given our poll, I think these numbers would be seen as largely in line. No big disappointment. Maybe on the margin front, perhaps I spoke too soon, but 40 bips lower. Again, bordering around 12%. I don't know how much the market will get disappointed, because it's not like the numbers are way off the mark. But on a comparative basis, they've still been able to expand margins year on year. So that's about 80 basis points. Ashok Leyland in the session closed down 4%. But the theme with ALL is really about the investment demand coming back, and that's showing up in their numbers. CV cycle, of course, recovering, and that helping the business. 40% profit growth. The profit numbers have looked encouraging, but broadly speaking, if I was to summarize these earnings, even though the stock has fallen 4% on 1.7 crore shares in the session, one would still say that this is a good show. This is a decent show. No major disappointment for Ashok Leyland, matching street expectations.
Well, then this stock has been, darling of a stock markets when it comes to auto space, because since last 1 year or so, the CV growth has been phenomenal, and stock prices have clearly reflected that. We'll see, how market reacts on Monday to these numbers. Don't think, as you rightly pointed out, that there's too much of deviation from the expectation. So maybe some profit booking here and there, and then the upside may continue for the stock. On that note, we'll thank Ajay and all our technical experts for joining us and sharing your market views, as well as giving stock trading as well as investment ideas. But before taking break, I think we should wait and discuss with Karunya, who's our auto research on ET Now front. These numbers, Tanveer, I clearly feel shouldn't disappoint. And Ashok Leyland, even if you look at the stock price movement, it has been, yes, there has been some profit booking. Stock corrected from 165 to 148, 150. But if I have to see, since December 2016, or say since last 1.5 years, stock has moved from 180 to 160, and a large cap stock in 1.5 year doubling the returns clearly suggests that this is something which is worthwhile keeping in portfolio and not hurrying to book profits. And we are getting some quotes from management at this point of time when it comes to Ashok Leyland. Tanveer.
Karunya joins in with a quick review of the numbers. The domestic truck volumes have been fairly decent, and there's been good growth in the CV segment across the board, LCVs particularly. Karunya?
Tanveer, there are just a couple of things that one needs to look at, because largely in terms of profits and top line growth, the numbers have been completely in line. But what is a bit of a negative surprise is the margins, because they are below, and we're seeing the stock also getting hit by a fair amount of pressure. Of course, the markets have closed at this point of time, but probably the street was also towards the end did expect margins to come under a fair bit of pressure, and that's exactly what has happened. So it will be extremely important to know from the management why the margins have come below expectations. And of course, like you said, exports business has done very well for Ashok Leyland in the quarter gone by, and even at large for the entire FY18. The MNHCV truck exports has really picked up. LCVs is one space where the company has been working on for the last 1 year or in a big way. They're trying to shore up the volumes as well, and that is also starting to finally pay off for the company. LCV volumes have also picked up, but still it does continue to be a relatively smaller part of the business. It's largely a big MNHCV space game that Ashok Leyland is involved in, and that has done well. But yes, margin, the commentary on why the margins have been hit will be extremely important to watch out for, and by when they plan to actually bounce back.
Okay. Thanks, Karunya, for that. Let's wrap it up. That's a quick earnings review of Ashok Leyland's numbers. The stock will react on Monday morning. Today, of course, it was down 4%, but the numbers look okay.